What's up, everybody? What's up? I am tired today. Kind of under the weather. My whole family just woke up kind of sick today. So we're just gonna push through it. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay active, but we'll see. It is what it is. There's something going around for show, which is weird. I like never get sick anymore. Uh what's up, Eric? How you doing, man? Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. I'll be fine. It's just my whole family, like everybody all at once. It's crazy. I was reading like a new COVID variant. Not that that scares me. I was like literally reading about it, and then all of a sudden we were like sick. I'm like, huh? That's weird. What are they doing? Yeah. Just trying to share this out with everybody real quick. Looks like we might be looking for buys here. We're gonna sell until we can't sell anymore, but we're probably gonna look for a buy right out of this block from here to here. And I will show you that in a second. As my thing loads up. There you are. I was going to skip today, but I'm like, you know what? I can go on for an hour, hang out. Probably no members today unless there's something magical happens. And maybe this coffee could wake me up too. I don't know. We'll see. How's everybody's day going? It's like spread through my whole kid's school right now, which is really weird when it's really weird when it's so nice outside and like all of a sudden everybody's sick at the school and then everybody's sick at home and all that. You know, who has teenagers or had teenagers, you know what I'm talking, or any kids for that matter, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, there we go. Posted it out. Great day so far. Passed a new Apex and $500 from taking my first payout. Let's go, Christine. Nice and slow. Yo, looks like good buy coming up. Absolutely, it does, doesn't it? Potentially. But with that said, I'm going to sell till I can't sell anymore. Let's see if we can get like a real buy. Wicked out here. That could have sold off pretty easily. There's no FEG there. What I'll do is I'll just sell until I can't sell anymore. And then we'll go from there. I'll get in right here, actually. Gotta calculate it. I'll be a little late to it. It's okay. I kind of want it to go up, so if it does go up, we'll finally take our buy. So it's just how I do. By the way, this closed over here, so why I got in. It just gave us a nice little pullback. Just on the one. Came up here, wick this. So, and we're only at the cusp of the 1 hour block, so I'm hoping it goes deeper. And I have that rule. So like until this closes solid above here, I got to sell, right? It's got to close solid up here, and it rejected that nicely. Could even make that bigger. So I'd probably consider these B setups until this closes, then pull back, then we enter. What's up, Tony? Slow and steady. I'm having a good day. A little under the weather today. My kid's whole school is sick. It's pretty wild. This got done. I went to the school because everybody's sick anyways, and everybody's. My daughter led worship there, which was pretty cool. Sell till you can't sell anymore. So I'll put a little label up here. Let's close it. Start. Wait. Look for buys on 5-minute close. There. Oops. Went to chapel with my son yesterday. It was such a great morning. Nothing like going to worship with the kids. Yeah, it's awesome. Paul, what's up, man? Hey, Tony. I was second place, guys. I didn't get first in my pool league. It's okay. I'll take that. It doesn't really matter that much to me, honestly. The guy that beat me plays literally every day. He's in like 4 or 5 leagues or whatever, 5 teams. I don't even practice. I'm just saying. I show up on Wednesday nights. Didn't play for 20 years, and somehow I could keep up with some of these people. So it's pretty cool. Nice little getaway. In fact, let me invite my friend to the team. Hey, Cassandra. Good to see you. How are you doing? We have a lot of people. Just for the show of hands, I want everybody in here who's gotten funded, even if you've failed your prop firm, but you're starting to get funded more. And even if you got payouts, let's do like a celebrate wins inside the actual group. I know there's only 37 of us in here right now. It's more family right now. But just kind of amp this up, because people need to see it. People needed to see it when you were down and now you're starting to pass more things, and they need to see that this is actually possible for them, so like the more that we celebrate wins, the more that it helps other people. And then when you're down, which you probably will be because it's life, you need to pick me up. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. This does work. It's all good, That's what helped me out a lot. There's been times where I see you guys all killing. I'm like, dang, what am I doing wrong? And I'm like, oh, it does work, and I got to keep going. It's hard by yourself, honestly. What's up, Patrick? So we got Paul, who is funded. We got Mark funded, working on a payout. We got funded times 9, passed and failed 2 before joining Bob. Payout $500 away. Let's go, Christine. Nice and slow. Nice and steady. Let's get that payout. Tony, my first two funded after joining Solomon in about 2 weeks. Prior to that, I was blowing them, resetting sometimes in a single session. Oh, I know all about that, Tony. I'm level 2 on Apex 50K. Beautiful, Patrick. Beautiful. So lots of people in here destroying it. Did we hit a 1-to-1 there? And I like kind of didn't take that. I might just take it right here if it comes back. That's crazy. It's all good. I'm not expecting a lot out of this right now. I'm just not. Now, if I lose, you gotta get ready for the loss. If I lose, that means we're probably going to be buying at least to here, right? So I can go heavier on the buys because we're hitting the block. 1150 day on Apex 150K challenge. Beautiful, man. Been there, Tony. Absolutely. So like that was a good majority of you guys funded or staying consistently funded more or passing more. And then there's another element to this, guys. Like some people need breaks. I'm not telling everybody to take like a full on break, but sometimes you need a mental break. You need to just step away from the charts for a week, you know? You need to, and don't make any rash decisions. You know, like some of you guys are like, oh, I feel like I'm losing time because I'm not in a trade or I'm not in a challenge or whatever the case. Sometimes you just need a little bit of mental space, right? I'm funded on Tradeify. Beautiful, Charlie. Did you buy the funded ones or did you pass it? Down on it took Tuesday and Wednesday. Monta off. I'm sure you meant to say off or something. That's good. Good though. A 1-to-1 was actually right here. It's unfortunate. I try to only take like 1-to-1s on these. Like if I'm selling till I can't sell anymore. Not really too worried about it, but I'm probably gonna try to pass a top step account, a 50K. Well, at least get 1600 on one buy. That's my goal. Sometimes I'll get into those. Like if I'm trying to pass accounts, I'm not, you know, not everybody's able to do this, but like for me right now, there's a sale. So there's $70 a piece. Roughly with the sale. So I'll go heavy on one trade. And then I'll wait for the next best setup. So my favorite setup would be a closing up here by far. Somebody asked in the comments the other day, it's like, if you're so good, why do you still pass challenges? Well, I was like, well, I have multiple sets of different challenges, but then I also still fail them. And anybody who says they don't, you better run, honestly, because they're full of crap. Everybody I know who gets extremely paid out well has a whole budget for losing, period. So you got to have a budget for losing. Otherwise, you have way too much pressure on you. Heard a great quote from Roy Williams in a podcast yesterday. Be motivated by your dreams, not your problems. That's beautiful. I think that can be pretty applicable in trading as well. Absolutely. What's up, Christina? What's up, Vicky? Good to see you. It's my husband's birthday, so we're heading out. Wanted to pop in and send positive trading vibes. Awesome. Christina, tell your husband I said happy birthday. Good job, Charlie. Okay, good. I didn't know if you like just bought the funded and you're like, well, I'm funded. With Tradeify. I wasn't gonna say either way. I wasn't gonna like make funny or anything, but I'm like, huh, I was curious. Good job, man. So I'm personally waiting for buys for my funded accounts and like some top step accounts. This is an Apex funded. I try to, you know, I want to have at least one trading in front of you guys at all times. That's my goal. These weeks have been kind of wacky. We could see how we could have traded right here while we're waiting today. That was Wednesday, Thursday. There's nothing that great right here, actually. There wasn't even an FEG. There's a 15-minute FEG. But it's like, okay, which time frame do you want to look at right now, you know? So you got to kind of take a pick. That's my problem with switching between more than two time frames. It's because you could always find a reason to get in and be like, oh, well, that hit a 2-minute FEG, so we're going to get it. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to, if you want to stay consistent, you need to really pick between two, mainly, maybe three. And the three that I mainly use is 1 hour for the zones. I use the 5-minute for for sure structure break, like direction, right? And then if I'm already touched a 1 hour block and I'm looking to get back in, I'll use it as a rejection of a block, right? And then I'll use the 3-minute for mostly like FVGs that are kind of going like, if it comes down really hard, good job guys, we hit a 1-to-1 on that. If it goes down really hard into a block, like a 1 hour block, I'll use like a 3-minute FVG to kind of like make sure it gets rid of some of the noise. If it's going kind of sideways and there's a 1-minute FVG, and I might take the 1-minute FVG with this in sideways. So I guess it's up to four I use, but for different reasons, right? So I would say if you're newer and not consistent yet, I would say 3 minutes a good number. So the 1 hour and 3 minutes really good. Longs just slowly got strangled, right? Yeah. So that's what I mean. I put that thing in place. Every once in a while I look on the 15. So let's say on the 1 hour. Okay. So I guess there is reasons to do it, but when we were up here, there was no FEG, there was no block, there was nothing other than this closed above a block. So to sell from here would be stupid, essentially. But it sold anyways, right? Because the market just seems to be doing what it wants to be doing right now. So I went to the 15 to see, was there anything on the 15 even? Well, there was only a 15-minute FEG here, but would I have taken a sell from that 15-minute FEG? Maybe like a quick one, not thinking it's going to go all the way. You know, because at that time when this was up here, essentially this was a block now, and it just went right through that block. So a little bit tricky, this market lately, the last couple of weeks. So if you are suffering a little bit, just know that the market's most of the time not like this, but it's still doable, right? Yeah, they got choked out. Gonna only trade it and take it slow when I get my first. Let's do it, Charlie. Got to build that belief system up. Top step, Vicky. Sorry, just saw your message. If you're just tuning in, I have a little bit of a cold or something kicking in. I'm trying to just ignore it. All my kids and everybody got it out of nowhere. I was like, what the heck? As I was reading new COVID strand, and I'm like, I laughed. I did a little laugh emoji on there. And then I'm like, ugh, like what's going on? Whatever. Oh, man. By the way, if you do the top step, you want to do no activation fee and do a 50K. That's going to be your best, in my opinion. And use the code AlexGold, which is not my code. I don't have a code with them. I still love my take profit trader, guys, but it knocks it down to $83 is what it does. I was just looking. And Apex, by the way, we have several people that are getting pretty big payouts with Apex. So Apex is having a big sale right now too. You can use code Solomon. I don't know how long is their sale going. I know they do a lot of sales, but this particular one is 85% off. Now, mind you, you have to pay the activation fee. So nobody talks about that on the front really. I'll tell you straight up, like it's $100 per activation, but you can get a 50K for pretty cheap. So if you pass it, at least you know you passed it, right? Versus like you get a top step, you got to be pretty sure that you can pass it. But if you do, you don't have to pay an activation fee. So there's like it has its like reasons, right? But I guess it ends in 10 hours and 34 minutes. So you might want to stock up on some Apex accounts. And Apex is paying out. Everybody I know, they're getting paid out. No problem. There was an issue the other day. One of my students, I'm not going to mention his name. I think he's getting like a $30,000 or $50,000 payout, and they banned him. And we're like, oh, what happened? And they accused him of automated trading. But then they sent out a mass email the next day and said, we're so sorry to like cause conflict. We realized there was like a glitch, and we thought it was we thought people were using automated, but they weren't. So you're not banned, and you're going to get your payout. So like, okay, cool. They corrected it really fast. I was about to announce to everybody, hey, stop using Apex. But no, they're actually freaking awesome. So far, they're awesome. Now, can that change in the future? Yeah, but like take advantage of it now. You go to apextraderfunding.com, use code Solomon, helps me out, and basically stock up on it. You can have up to 20 accounts at once, and that's really the big appeal with them. That's what's so appealing is you could, imagine you have 20 accounts, you make 200 that day. That's $4,000, right? Spread out over 20 accounts. Pretty good, right? So it has its pluses. Let's see. You're welcome. Long, just yeah, I've been up and down the last couple of days. Been less than 300 away for the last 3 days from being funded. Hey man, so would that be your first funded, Griffin? This trade ended up being great, huh? Tell you what, after this call, I'm going to take a strong nap. Just going to go to sleep. This coffee ain't touching my tiredness right now. Not complaining. Well, it took that trade. That's pretty good, huh? It looked like it was about to buy and it didn't, and that's why I have that rule in place. It really helps. Beautiful trade, guys. Yes, sir. I've been taking it slow, but been so close. I've definitely gotten into some questionable trades with low volume. Yeah. Let's just wait for the better one. There's no point to change up your strategy, get in lower. The first step to fixing those is admitting it, though, Griffin. So good job. Yeah, Vicky, I'm not worried about COVID. Trust me. It was just funny because I remember the first time I saw COVID. I kid you not, my friend that's a speaker was over in England, and he just spoke in front of like 10,000 people. He comes back. I had my marketing company at the time. I had a meeting at his he had a place at Porsche Towers, like a $32 million oceanfront balcony view thing, right? It's ridiculous. He picked me up in Rolls Royce, went up into his garage. There's like an elevator lifted up to the Rolls Royce into the sky, into his garage in the sky. I walk in. There's like 20 of his marketing team, and then I pitched them. Did really well. He was paying me 5 figures monthly to grow his stuff. Blah blah blah. Long story short, he just came back from the speaking thing, and that was the same day that they shut down travel from Europe. And all of a sudden, all of the people in that room got so sick, and I was sick too. And this is before we knew like COVID was like going crazy. And I remember sitting there on watching like the news, I was sitting there watching the news. Sorry, I just got sidetracked. And basically saw it was like when the death counter started first going off. It was like going up. And I was like watching, I was like super sick, and it was like within 5,000 people. And they were also saying Florida's like the hot spot. And I'm like, oh no, like, what is this crap? What symptoms? Oh man, I was just like really high fever spike. It was really weird. Like really shaky, and it was like almost asthmatic. It's pretty heavy, and I usually don't get sick. But I'm watching that death toll go up, and I'm like, dang. But then I was like kind of real sketch. I didn't like how fast they rolled stuff out. I didn't do that, by the way. I'm not making fun of anybody who did or anything. This isn't that channel. But I just didn't trust it. I have trust issues anyways with the medical industry. That's awesome, Christina. What's up, Valerie? Good to see you. Valerie's another funded. Hey, let's do another roll call. Who's all funded in here, or who's been getting funded more, or who's really close to being funded now, or who's getting payouts? And congratulations. I'm not going to say your names. I don't put you in the spotlight, but another requested $30,872 on Apex. I just saw that. Oh, and they got their payouts. He says, I got my payouts this morning. I removed my Trustpilot review because he was mad about that situation. And my accounts are up and trading. Look at that, bro. Well, congrats to you. I don't want to like announce who that was, but 30,000, just so you guys know, he made 30,872 this week. And the week prior, he got paid 25,000. So just in 2 weeks, it looks like he's done $56,000. Yeah, I'm not going to say who that is. If they want to say who that is, do your 20 accounts. Apex. He's been with us, by the way. He's a coaching student. Let's see. How long has he been with us? Since August, he started. He started with August 8th, 2025. So he's been with us, what, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. 8 months. So let me ask you, if it took you 8 months, I don't know, he's gotten payouts prior to this. I don't think they were this big, though. But if it took you 8 months, all of a sudden you're making $56,000 in 2 weeks. I'm not saying he's going to do that every week. Was it worth it? You know, like, I think so. You know, what do I pay for help? I have 1 month, 6 month, and 12 month. I got rid of my lifetime. Unless like I really like you and we're a good fit, then maybe I'll do it. Cassandra's lifetime, I know that much. She got hooked up. She got the hookup freaking price for sure, though. But she to be fair, she was like she was one of the cool ones. So if you're cool, you know. And I got rid of my sales guy, so I was able to like kind of like work with people a little bit better, but not much. Actually, I increased my prices on some areas. So, yeah. If you want to hit me up, we could talk about it. But I did put some new stipulations in place to work with me because we've been having so many applications. I put it out last night. You can hit me up right there if you want. Not Bob Beckett coaching. My gosh, dude, I'm too tired for this. I did what you told me to do with the 1 hour FEG and it worked. Let's go get your cheese. Let's get it. You can hit me up via school and you can hit me up over email. It doesn't matter. And I'm not some high pressure person. Trust me, dude. I'd rather get you in like non-hypey than hypey. And then you're like, oh, this sucks, you know? So I'm not going to say you're going to have to put in some work, but just like anything good in life, you got to put in that work, you know what I mean? And you're going to be willing to like have your ups and downs. You got to be like ready to have a really horrible emotional time. It's not like all rainbows and butterflies for most people. But then just know that I'll be here, and then we'll just get you through it. And then eventually you're just a good trader. That's how it is. A lot of my students don't like me for a little bit. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. They love me. Then they're like, eh. Bob's just eh. Then they might even go test somebody else out. Then they're like, oh crap, Bob's still there. Then they like me again. Then they understand something they didn't understand before. And then all of a sudden they do better. And then they love me. That's like the cycle. Because I am kind of blunt sometimes too. I don't know. Maybe I'll just tell you straight up, like, bro, you're kind of lazy with that. You know, got to be honest. Like, how can you be that weak and then go look at your kids in the face? You know, like I'll do what I got to do to make you successful. I don't really care. I'm not really that mean, but it's like, okay. Hey, thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. No chaser, right? The hype and buddy flaunt to get rich quick tactics attract the wrong people anyways. You're doing it the right way. I appreciate that, Griffin. Yeah, you know what? Like the group, oh my gosh. Hold up. If this closes under here, I'll get in right here. Boom. Hold on, let me calculate this. This is FEG. This would be a 1 minute FEG. Uh, uh, uh. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Sell till you can't sell no more. Just doing little scalpy roos right now until it starts pushing up. Hopefully it does. You started with pip stacking. Pip stacking. Did you join like 6 years ago? Paul Shank, you rock, bro. You rock. I'm the anti-hype. I was talking to my pastor friend today. He's like, "Oh, you're a trader guy." I was like, "Dude, I'm the most anti-hype you're gonna meet. Like, I'm the guy that'll tell you probably shouldn't be a trader. You probably." It's like, if I wanted to make a lot more money coaching, trust me, I could freaking flaunt some crap and freaking like say some stuff. But it's just pointless. Yeah, you attract the wrong people. It's okay. And here's the thing: it's not get rich quick. It's you can get rid. The here's what you got to really be thinking. You have the possibility of actually making a great income. I'm not a financial advisor. So if there's a possibility and all there is just a skill gap that you need, like to me that was what was attractive to it. It's like, okay, there's a skill gap and I know people that are making it successful. So like just seeing this person, one of my students here, forget that he's even my student, the fact that he's able to pull this money out from Apex, mind you, which people are like, oh, Apex is bad. I'm like, I don't know. Everybody I know is getting paid out. No problem. I'm going to sell this if it closes and sell. All right, trade number two. And mind you, I don't really love doing this where I'm selling until I can't sell anymore because I do know eventually I'm going to lose. That's why I'm risking low, right? Just so you know. No, no. Eric, I'm just measuring with the limit. I'm not actually doing the limit. I didn't actually set the limit. It's just easy to kind of like show it. See, so I could TP would be that much. Yeah. You're welcome. Come on, let's get another sell off. Again, I'm just taking little one-to-ones right now when I'm doing this in this block because I know eventually I'm going to lose. So, not trying to be a hero. There. Small risk, B setup. Eventually, it's going to break up, and then we will be looking for buys. And in fact, I can move this up now to here. Let me unlock that. Yeah, if you're working with me, I prefer that you've taken challenges in the past at least, or have at least a budget for challenges, and you're a positive person. That's the main thing. Because every once in a while, someone sneaks in and they're like super negative. They start off positive, and I'm like, I'm trying to avoid that now, because then I have to keep working with the person, you know. But if they're positive and they're a go getter and they just don't make excuses and they'll just follow instructions on the video, sometimes having a newer person, especially in my 30 day, is like one of the best things possible for that person and for me, as long as they listen, right? I have no problem having to re explain things over and over again. So don't feel, if you're part of my one on one, don't ever feel like you can't ask me a question. That's the last thing in the world I want you to feel. There's no dumb question at all. I'm not going to think any less of you. In fact, I think more of you if you ask the question. You know, that just means they're utilizing the system. I'm just getting ready for the whenever the buy happens on my top step. Whenever that happens, I'm all in on this one. If it happens, I should say too. I literally have 17 different browsers open, and in each browser there's like 20 tabs. I can't even make this up. And that is why I had to get a MacBook or a Mac Pro Studio Max. I guess I could have got a cheaper computer, but oh, and they're not even that expensive actually. And I have a freaking really expensive gaming PC directly like over here, and I have my MacBook or my Mac Pro Max Studio, whatever it is, right here for my streaming. I know it's crazy. Like I literally have to go through my browser tabs, like that's my task management list, and then I'll do like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and I just keep kind of moving through each thing. It's kind of like my task management, you know. Come on, quick push. See what's left over here. I mean, shoot, it can go all the way here, no problem. You would think. It's going to take that 369. It's all good. Just little stabs. I mean, that's 2 wins for the day. 2 little quick dubs. We're building up some nice liquidity to the upside now. I'm really wanting to buy, to be fair, because I'm in my hour block, right? So I'm not trying to be a hero getting every freaking point. So this doesn't phase me at all, even if this dumps. Like even this one, I took a 1-to-1. This one, I took less than a 1-to-1. All good. Doesn't phase me. You know, I don't want to buy up to here thinking it's going to come up here. I want to see proof of momentum. I want to see a break, pull back, enter, boom. You know, that's my move. 23,927. Well, we're past that for sure. We're close. Ish. Yeah. Nice little ish there at the end there. I'm still closing tabs. I ain't playing. Still. Ooh. And then there's things that the other issue I have. Yeah, I could bookmark it, but then I won't remember to open the bookmark thing. You know? Solomon, so you're waiting the bottom to happen once price reverses, depending on when. Yeah, really, my biggest focus is I love it when I get a nice solid close of a 5 minute, and then I'll drop on the lower time frame, look for a reason to enter out of a 1 hour zone, right? Out of a 1 hour block. I can move this down now just to kind of prove momentum's changing, shifting, right? Break structure, change of character, whatever you want to call it. Shifting, buyers taking over, you know. Got some buy side liquidity happening now, really all day actually. So I'll just keep selling until it doesn't sell. And when I put a trend line up here, guys, don't freak out. I'm not a trend line trader. I'm not Tory Trades. Nothing wrong with her. I'm just saying that's just not my thing. It's not my style. I just mark this up as this is what the institutions are allowing to happen. They're allowing the retail traders to come in here and play off this line and put their stops above here to be taken out, because for every buyer, there's a seller, and for every seller, there's a buyer. That means if they stop protecting these highs, there's a good chance they've bought enough contracts for cheap down here, and they have people up here selling and buy limit orders that they can get in and sell the contracts to at a cheaper price or at a more expensive price. So they're buying low, selling high, right? So that's the anticipation here. Supply and demand 101, liquidity 101. Well, you can have a break of structure that doesn't actually change the character, right? It could be a lower, it could be like a lower, like you could have a internal break of structure that wasn't actually the whole change of character. That's how I've always viewed it. And I know other people have different explanations. You're changing the character of the direction, right? So you can have like a little BOS on the 1 minute right here. Like it could I could be wrong by definition, but this is how I view it. Okay, so this could be a little mini BOS, but it wasn't actually the full change of character yet, right? So for me, like I would maybe still take this if I was expecting a buy, but until we get like, you know, a couple extra confluences, like an external high break, to me that'd be a change of character, like it's changing complete direction. It's like the first like warning sign maybe that it might be switching, right? Also, it could be, this could be like a in direction, that could be a break of structure, you know. Some people don't call reversals a break of structure. I do, just because it is a break of structure, especially if it's on a different time frame. So I don't know. You can get it all twisted if you, just depending on who you're following, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a lot more. There's a lot of fake outs, right? So there'll be a little break of structure and then just shoots down. But it is like the first sign, in my opinion, of a directional change. Like if you're in the right zone, but then like a change of character to me would be like 5 minute close above external structure. We're like 90% sure we're probably gonna start flipping directions. Yeah. 60% of the time, I'm 100% right. Yeah. Will you show your 1 hour block? I don't have the same. Yeah. So you can mark it all the way down here if you want. But whenever I have a smaller, like doji-ish type, I just grab the next area, the whole zone. So that body to that wick. Again, subjective. That's just what I like to do. That's me personally, what I like to do, you know? Everybody wants to act like their way is the best way. And like my opinion is find a way that you like and stick with that one way. That's the best way. Because really, that's the only way you're going to see actual. My screen's in the way? Really? Let me see. Oh, it was, wasn't it? I'm sorry. 1 hour. Right. That body to that wick. It could be this one. And now, once price keeps pushing down, yeah, you can move it down if you want. But like again, this was like a doji-ish. It was a bigger candle, but the wicks were just kind of really big. So I just grabbed this whole area, just knowing in this zone it should react somehow, right? QR code was, yep. Sorry about that, guys. Man, the original trade would have been a 1 to 3.46. This trade would be sitting at a 1 to 2.19, but you can't look at it like that. I'm just saying, like, dang, the bears are definitely in control right now. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, 5-minute blocks are powerful, guys. I have people that bought like my pip stacking course from 5-6 years ago that literally to this day will hit me up and be like, yeah, bro, all I do is the blocks. That's all I do. I'm like, oh. Just the wiki candle. Gotcha. Yeah, Eric, it doesn't make it wrong. But if you take the smaller one, there's going to be times where you just miss the trade entirely because it just didn't pull back as far as you wanted it to. So I'll sometimes look at the entire, this is another way to put it. I'll look at the entire range and be like, okay, this is a freaking massive candle. So for this to pull back, that's like 90 something percent, right? So there's a good chance like it might wick this out even if it's pulling back this far or even keep going. I mean, look at this crap. So with that said, just saying this, like when you're all the way up here thinking it's going to come all the way down here, it's possible, sure, but it could have just bounced off this range, right? Because if you, all right, I'm not going to get into fibs on here, but if you put a fib up on here, right? We're way past like the golden zone and all that stuff. You know, we're way past, I mean, 80% would be right here. So we're already like 85-ish, 90 probably. The fibs are in my brain now. Yeah, I agree. I think it could be wiping this out. And that's okay. You could even get the next zone ready if you want to, if we could see it. I don't know if we can. I don't think we can go back that far on MNQM. Yeah, it's trash. Look at that. What is that? Sorry, I have a British daughter, so I have my half the day I'm talking with a British accent. Just playing around with her. Drinking water. Hello, how are you? What? What's funny? Am I hungry? Did I eat? I ate those eggs, so no, I shouldn't eat already. I gotta be careful of them egg bites. What's funny? It wanted to fill that big 1 hour FEG. Yes, it did. That FEG messed with a lot of people, including myself. I'm like, dang, it's gonna tank. Nope. It's gonna tank. Nope. It's gonna tank. I mean, all week it was just like, and I remember saying, "Oh man, that's gonna screw everything up." That's why, like, looking at the grand scheme, like the overall trend and everything, is just kind of irrelevant most of the time. And just having like a shorter way to scout the market, at least in how we trade mostly. If you're trading prop firms, if you're trading prop firms, you shouldn't be swing trading anyways, or you shouldn't have that mentality because most of the time you have to be out by 5 anyways. Even, top step 410, you know. I trade. My favorite session is Asian most of the time because I could hold the trades overnight, especially if we're talking prop firms, which is all I teach because I'm not a financial advisor. Now I trade everything myself, but I don't do New York Open. At least I don't teach New York Open because most people blow their accounts. Like you might have a good couple days, but it's usually too fast for people's emotions. I tell everybody they should go through my prop trader belief system program. Stop blowing prop firm accounts even when your strategy works. $7. There's no gotchas or anything. It's pretty awesome, I think. Basically, you got to focus on your mindset and your bad habits and all this stuff. It's not about your trading strategy as much as it is about your emotions and bad habits and personal reasons that you're failing the accounts over and over and over and over and over again. So this is $7 right now, and you buy this, you get done with the 5 videos within 5 days. I open up my $500 course for free. You just got to hit me up when you're done with it. PropTraderBeliefSystem.com. I think every single trader on the planet should have that, in my opinion. To get into your training course. So that's a good way to start. I would start with mindset. But other than that, you can join my SolomonTrading.com for 7 days for free. Made $950 on a new Apex eval. Bobbert. Let's go, Alex. Alex, by the way, congrats, Alex, on your $3,300 payouts this month. Everybody congratulate Alex. I will throw him under a bus because he's been with me for years now, and just seeing him get payouts is really the reason why I continue coaching. Just seeing people stay consistent for years. Him and his wife. His wife's been super consistent as well. Just like seeing people stick with it, that's such amazing. It's just such an amazing thing to see. It's rare, A lot of people quit. I see way more people quitting than sticking with it. So it says a lot about a person, Had surgery on Tuesday, plan to start next week. Awesome, Vicky. Don't worry, I'll still hook you up with the $500 course. You're one of my one-on-ones anyways. So, but just finish it. I'm not going to give it to you though until you finish it. That's the thing. I have some students, they come in and then they're like, well, can't I just have the $500 course? I'm like, no, I want you to go through everything. I got to make sure you go through everything before you get to that one. That's why I'm doing it. Been serious for about 18 months now, and it's all been worth it. Took 18K from Apex last year. Had to redo everything this last year, but now I'm here. There we go. 18,000 in payouts last year, 3,300 this month. Now, on the grand scheme of things, if you quit, that wasn't that great. But now that you have the skill, nobody could take that from you, Once I see $100, I get too excited and get out. You might have to lower your risk, Chelsea, because maybe $100 feels like a lot of money to you right now. So then we got to get more addicted to the A+ setup versus the actual money itself. I'm gonna hound you on a prop firm belief system so I can do both of them. Okay. Her risk is already 1 micro. Oh boy. Yeah, she's seeing like all the diapers you can buy with that, She's like, look at all the baby food and diapers we get for if I just pull out right now, Yeah, I get you. No, it's good. I love how you're being more involved too. That's super supportive. My wife's never taken a trade ever, but she knows how to speak the lingo. She knows everything I'm saying. It's awesome. In her defense, she's just trading with you for the next 3 weeks. Once she retires from the 9 to 5, she'll be better than me. Oh, that's how women are, man. These women are they're crazy good. As long as they get their husband out of the way. A lot of times, sadly, see, I don't want to throw any guys on her. Well, you know what? Screw those guys. Support is a big issue. It's a very important to have support from your spouse. And like, I'm huge on the element of like if you get the support of your wife, oh my gosh, you're like 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Now for women, it's a little harder because a lot of men are just not supportive of this at all. Like, and whatever. They'll be super pumped, like they're actually making huge progress, and the man just wants to kind of run it sometimes. Whatever. I just seen that a lot. They'll even want to get on a call with me like I did something wrong. You're like, what's up, dude? So now I try to like get the support of both. So if there is ever like a woman that wants to work one on one with me, I'm like, make sure your husband's on the line because I ain't doing this crap where you use the credit card and sneak in. you know, she wants to cover the mortgage and I'm screaming from the mountaintops and support. Yeah, man. See, that's great. That's a good relationship you got there. Mine is 7 crazy. Mine is 7 crazy and 8 looks. I need 5 crazy and 8 looks. Have you seen that video? I haven't, but that makes sense. Would I look for buys after the small 3-minute FEGs? Now, all right, so I'm going to put this trend line here. Don't be confused. You could. I do have that here, but you got to kind of like measure it out. So like if this closes here and I use my stop here, is there a room for at least a 1-to-1 from here to this line, just in case the institutions want to keep using this line? It can kind of help avoid problems. You know what I mean? There's also this right here, so that could stop you too. Now you can get in if you don't mind losing, right? So if it's like not a big deal to you, if you want to do a small risk, and then maybe, just maybe it's the time, maybe you get the rocket. But the way the bears have been moving, like you just gotta be careful. I would much rather see Tyler. I'd much rather see this push up, even break this. That'd be even better. Then pull back. Then you look for an FEG here, and then take it up. Ugh, hit it when that won't close. There you go. So the problem is you'll see this and it could work, and that's totally fine if it works. Just make sure you do the same thing over and over again. Like I can get in right now knowing that this very well could lose and I wouldn't care at all. Like I could say, all right, I'm going to get in and it won't affect anything about my day, But other people, they see it as a loss, like, oh my gosh, I lost everything. And it could really affect them negatively, So if losses affect you negatively, which I'm not talking about your business publicly. If they do, then maybe just stay out of that trade until you see it like breaking structures and pull back, and then see the 3-minute FEG, right? That's why everybody's different, and you can't just do a cookie cutter program for everybody. That's why you'll see a person take a trade live and half the people win and then half the people lose. The emotions. You think it's cookie cutter, but it's not, So I don't like this wick. I don't like how this is rejecting. Just not my thing. I'm just going to stay out of it. Well, this is one. So this is a little 3-minute FEG. See this? So that's what he was asking. I want to see what it does when it comes back to this area and fills this. If this starts pushing back up, I'll take it. Kind of in the way again. I'm sorry. Jeez. Got to shout out my husband. He supports this 100%, has encouraged me even if I have a bad day and doubt myself. Beautiful. You about to take a buy? Huh? You already win today? How much did you win today? My 18-year-old son won in 1,300 today on his funded. Let's go. Dude, look at this guy right here. Don't say his name. First of all, Alex McCoy pulled out 3,300 this month. Yeah. And then we had this guy just pulled 56,000 at Apex.
Oh?
Uh-huh. This guy.
Oh, God.
See, now I'll take it. All right. So I got a little bit more proof that maybe it'll work. But if I lose, it's not going to affect me. So again, if you don't like losing, you can't lose mentally, like don't take this trade. It's that simple. I would much rather see it break back up than do that. And even this, I'm going to just take a 1-to-1 until I start getting the structure breaks that I need to see.
Probably it's 1, 2.4, 2.6, 5, 3.
What are you at now? 20, 2,200? Nice.
We can build it buffer.
Oh, you're good, Alex. But did that make sense, Tyler? You see how it's different for each person? So like you got one person, he loses, he's like, ah, and then everything sucks. If you're to my point, if I lose, I don't feel it at all. Like it's okay. You know? So if you're that person, you probably should wait for a break. You get above this FEG, this bigger one, it pulls up, it kind of breaks this area, maybe pull back, then look for a buy. It's a good job. Are you building a padding? Building more of a padding? Yeah. What are you gonna pull there? Yeah. Good job, man. I'm gonna have my son start paying me. Just kidding. Oh, I didn't see you said what's up. He already left the room. Michael. Bullish. Move this FEG out of the way so it can go up. Well, name, image, likeness, since he's using your name right. Like a college athlete. Yeah. Gotta run. All right, Paul. See you later, buddy. Yo, Bob, I crossed the 3,000 profit threshold. When does Apex let you know? The next day after 5. Like if I failed day 1, would they? No, you already failed if you failed day 1. So if you pass the 3,000, you're funded now. Just don't trade anymore on that. Everybody congratulate Griffin. He just started one-on-one with us like a week ago. Just passed his first one. Let's go. Let's get it, buddy. Pretty sure you owe Elvis some nil money. So my whole life, well, especially in my like 30s up, I've gotten Tim Tebow all the time. In fact, I snuck on I snuck into his neighborhood in a minivan. I pull up to the security and I say, Tim Tebow. And he's like, yes, sir. And they open the gate. No joke. I got Tim Tebow and then I got Elvis. The older crowd, if you meet me in person, they'll be like, oh my gosh, you look like Elvis. I'll be like, oh, okay. So I get that a lot. I'm setting a certain person up in here to make fun of me. Griffin, already funded. Already funded. Dude, that's crazy, Griffin. That's not even right. You're not even through your whole program yet, dude. See that something that really works for you, and you probably already know this, and probably why you're already successful in life at 24 years old, Griffin, is your positivity. The way you look at life and the way you hold yourself, you're going to be successful in almost everything that you do. That's a big thing for sure. If I would have broke rule day one, they would have already. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to trade it at all. There's Smitty. Try, but it's hard when I'm driving. I was thinking more like Uncle Fester. I've had that too. That's crazy, Smitty. But only if I shaved my head. So I've shaved my head before, and that's literally what they say. That's so funny, Smitty. For real. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I haven't heard that in a while, though. Probably because I haven't shaved my head, but dang, you could see it. Is it because I'm having receding hairline now? It's like starting to happen without it. Maybe I'll just wear a hat the rest of my life. What up, Brian? How you doing, man? We've won 2 good trades already. I got in this to just kind of like prove a point, like, hey, you could take a kind of bad trade and risk appropriately, and it doesn't matter. You know, that kind of thing. I'm going to put this right here, though. Boom. Here's my DCA. Sell stop 18. Boom, boom, boom. And boom. That's hilarious, dude. I did like Adam's Family, though. I appreciate it, man. It definitely helps my emotions. When I first started and lost a trade, I start feeling real hot and getting heated, but would have to talk myself down immediately. Yeah, it just doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I just thought of somebody, though. Got to hit them up. Excuse me. This is like a C setup for sure. So if you don't like it and it comes back up, you might want to just get out and just wait for like a good setup, you know? This bad boy about to zoom to TP for the gram. Wouldn't that be nice? We're not getting no like big moves lately for the gram. You still working off that cake, Alex? Man, you had like cookies on that bad boy and everything. I was making my mouth drool. You have a D or an F setup. Yeah, this is like the worst setup, actually. D and F, I don't do at all. D and F would just be like, nah. Don't do this to me, Bobby. It's all love, brother. It's all love. It's okay to enjoy your birthday, man. All right. Something's got to happen right now. You see what I see? Either you're going to tank and I lose really fast, or it's most likely going to... I mean, we played off that, but didn't hit your stupid little line, liquidity line. It's really dumb to be trading buys yet because there's just not enough proof for me. DNF, but instead of did not finish like a track, it's not full. Oh my gosh, dude, that's like too strong of words for me right now. Maybe I'll move this the FEG out of the way so we can go up now. No? Maybe. All right, let me put it back. Gotta head out. All right, Cassandra, good to see ya. What a trashy setup, right? It's not even really a setup. That's the problem. I mean, it did go above like a small 3-minute FEG, but it's like not a lot of proof. Somehow I ended up staying on longer today. I was going to get off right at 2. I'll probably get off after this trade. Just not strong enough, right? What a weak little trade this is. At least take me out, you know? Like, we got time for this. Yeah, this is when you'd filter out and backtesting, absolutely. Are you coming back later tonight for the Asian session? So I don't trade the live Asian sessions now. I try to leave those open for like classes and stuff that I do for my paid, if I do them. I don't like just go live all the time. This isn't like my primary like way of making money. I do like ads and stuff. So like I come on my YouTube just to meet some new people. I'm not trying to be some viral guru guy, you know. But that said, I am starting up my trade ideas back with Solomon Trading. So I'll be starting to put more trade ideas back out again. The market seems to be a little bit better. It's moving a little bit better. Last couple of weeks I've been really kind of like just lenient on it because it's like so wishy-washy. It's not doing my big moves that I've been liking. Yeah, man, Asian's my favorite overall. For the big moves, I'll use small risk and just get in, right? So on the 5-minute here, still waiting for this to come up here to look for real buys. This is supposed to be a quick little bloop like that, and it didn't do it. So we're just going to see if it hits my DCA and comes back up under. If it comes down there and hits this, it'll move my entry down to about like right here-ish. And then I would get out at break even, like, or at least like a little bit under $100, which is break even to me. I consider that a win, not a loss. So just because the color is red for a loss doesn't mean it's like a real loss. What's a real loss is losing the full amount. Right. So if you can, anytime you can make your losses smaller, to me, that's a win. Right. So you just got to kind of reframe your mind. Break even, then reverse. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Asian's pretty good because it's like, it's slow, sure. But if you get over that factor and just kind of let it simmer, it could make you a lot of money. Just wait for after 3 to 3:15 time frame. Seems to move pretty good when it hasn't done a lot of big things during the time frame. Yeah, absolutely. If I do see it doing that, maybe I'll come back, but I might be sleeping too because I'm so tired. A little bit under the weather today. Guys, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. I go live every day between 1 and 2 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes I sit a little bit longer. If the market's really good, I go live for my members from 3:15 to 4:15 to do end of day, which is one of our favorite sessions because you wouldn't believe how well the market moves. It's like the institutions want to liquidate. And I am anticipating this to be taken out. So it might be, I call it right now, just for fun, because if it hits, I look 10 times better. So by 4:15 p.m. Eastern, I'll just call it now. Because if I'm right, then I'm a G. Then I could put that on Instagram and make a milli from coaching sales, right? I can guru it up. I can get a face tat, some sleeves, some gold teeth, and a Lambo, and go sit in front of a palm tree and then sell you more stuff. That would be really dope, right? What would you say this time trade during the Asian session? Just whenever there's actual setup. There's not really a time. I'm not a time person anymore. I'm more like, hey, wait for this to hit a 1 hour block. If I have a Lambo, you're not even going to know I have a Lambo, Alex. I have nothing wrong with cars. I love my cars. But you won't know I have a Lambo. That's just all there is to it. I just see, it's just cheesy to me. If you risk small, then it won't affect you, even if exactly plus. So what I tell everybody is like, trade something that if you lost it, you wouldn't even know you lost it. And if you win it, by the time you actually start realizing, wow, that's some good profit, you've already ran away enough where you don't have to make any crazy rash decisions, you know? He says, what kind of car do you drive? I just drive a Camaro. I probably would be too big for a Lambo. Well, not really. Lambos are pretty big. I'll tell you what, Ferraris are small and Porsches. Porsches throw out my back. Literally, my ribs get thrown out in the Porsche. Every single one I've ever drove. Jim in here slinging rocks. I definitely am. I'm not fat, for sure. It's okay, though. I don't really care. I'm a big boy. I'm on the East Coast, Skeletor, Florida. I don't watch NASCAR. You know, as I'm getting older, I kind of like admire it more. I used to think it was super cheesy, I'm gonna be honest, but now I'm kind of liking it, as odd as that is. All right, so I'm getting out of break even. You see how it worked for us again? DCA to break even, boom. So we ended up with 2 nice wins and a break even for the day. Guys, if you want to hang out, so I have a Camaro SS modified convertible. That's my baby. And you know what? Out of all the cars I've had some really nice cars. I get more like nice cars than anything, because when someone sees like a souped up Camaro, they're like, oh, that's manageable. Like, they're not trying to show off too much. And then other people are like, that, you know, that's doable for most humans. And that, I don't like making people feel a certain kind of way. I know that's my own issue. I don't like making people feel jealous and stuff and envious. It's just not my thing, you know? I love that Diablo. Oh yeah, the Diablo looks sick. Yep. DCA Masterclass right there. Yeah, about 80% of the time, it'll give us one opportunity to come back and get us out of break even, you know? See you tomorrow, Vicky. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will. I usually get back on my feet really quick. Send it to Houston for the upgrade to 1,200 horsepower. Yeah, you know what? Right now, I'm only at about 550 horsepower. I beat almost everything out there, unless dude, the Maseratis, there's a lot of Maseratis where I live, like everywhere. Not Maseratis, McLarens. Dude, have you ever had a McLaren come up on your butt? Oh my gosh, it's like a freaking like snake. Like they just like just instantly on your butt. I'll be like cranking it too. It's just instant. He's so big you barely fit a dump truck. You can do better than that, bro. Come on. Hi, so I've been losing trading with Patrick, so I'll copy your trades now. Peyton's back. Hey, that's what always happens. Everybody leaves and then comes back. It's okay, dude. You don't have to try. You don't have to copy my trades, bro. You shouldn't copy my trades anyways. You should do your own stuff, man. I was just about to get off, and there's Peyton. I'm sorry that you lost your accounts, though, Peyton. Even though you're a hater, I am sorry you lost your accounts, bro. You got that haterade going on. The roast of Bobby. I love getting roasted, so there's that. We should set it up. You better make me money. Oh my gosh, here we go. Here we go. I'm sorry, bro. I want to get rid of him before he starts annoying people. There we go. Boom. Gone. I don't know. It was like a 24-hour ban. I gave him another 24 hours just for fun. Hayden's back. Patrick made me lose all my money. Now I'm doing yours. Yeah, McLaren's amazing. I almost got the ZL1, but they didn't have it. So I waited, just so you guys know, I waited 2 years for my specific trim and everything. Like my interior is like black and red leather. It's like freaking sick, dude. It's a stick. I waited specifically for this specific one for like 2 years and finally got it, and they didn't have it in the ZL1. He's not here to make you money. He's there, here to educate. Absolutely, Brian. Yeah. All right, guys. So last but not least, if you want, please go over the qualifications. Okay. I'm just going to show you those. For all the people, like the last, I don't know, like 2 out of the last 10 people that wanted to work one-on-one with me, I had to say no because it was like, and I honestly, I don't want to waste my time or your time. So just please just check these out. Now, if you're a go-getter mentality, right, a positive person, and you're not afraid to lose money and you're willing to learn and you will listen, you know, I'll make an exception. But like, if you're like negative or just kind of like whatever, I just can't do it anymore. So right here, if you guys wanted to read this, it's totally fine. Why I'm turning down most one-on-one applications right now. I'd just rather work with less people than more. How's that for sales? You know, I don't know. Hurts sales probably, but I don't really care. We had a good trading day today. So I won't need to re-up my coaching sales for another month. Let's have a bad week. Maybe I'll do a sale. No, I was kidding. Nail the throttle and give yourself whiplash. More fun than the law allows you with your clothes on. Absolutely. Problem is now in Florida, like if you're 50 over, like what you could do pretty fast and fit 550 even. You're like, they say it's like instant 6 months in jail now. So if I just vanish out of nowhere sometimes, that could be it in the future. I think I also put it in here, but just go over. I thought I did. Wow. Right here. Just go to this link. Also, you guys could join right now this community for free. That's another way you could get a part of my community. Post it in the comments right there. And then last but not least, go to the pin post, Prop Trader Belief System. I think every single trader should have that. And if you don't want to do that, you're just not ready to be a full-time trader yet. I'm just telling you straight up. 11 years, over 11 years now, Skelter. I started off with binary options. Then I went to crypto. Then I went to Forex, which was awesome. And I still trade Forex. Had a 39% month last month. This month, not so great. I'm going to be honest. This month was a little bit under break even. I went from, and I was up 12% at the beginning of the month. And this last 2 weeks, nope, screwed my account up. But didn't blow it. So that's the secret. Don't blow it. But then you're going to have some months that are break even or even like a little losing. And then other months that are like, whoa, that was crazy. I just 40%ed my account, you know, if everything goes right. So you got to start looking at your trades, your wins in months. So it starts off, you start off by minutes. How am I doing over every minute? Then it's every day. How is my day of trading? You start getting payouts, and it was like, how was my week? Then it becomes more, okay, now you realize it's not about even weeks. It's more about months to even quarterly, right? And once you could start thinking like that, then you could focus more on the A+ setups and focus more on than the money part, because the money just follows if you do the A+ setups. And then you realize you're wasting time. Every time you take a bad trade, even if that bad trade worked out, you're teaching yourself a bad habit. But every time you do that, it's essentially resetting your time. Like you're having to start over. every single time you do that. So why not just focus on the A+ setup every single time and then just build on that? And then eventually what's going to happen is you're going to be looking at this in weeks and months. And some months you might have, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not saying you're going to make any money. Some months you'll be like one of my students right here that did $56,000 in 2 weeks, right? Other months you might be at break even. You might have blown every account that month. But guess what? When you blow a prop firm account, let's say you blew all your accounts that month and blah, 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 and you lost $2,000. Well, did it really matter if the next month you made $56,000? No, right? So you have to change. It's a really hard way to shift your mindset, but the mindset is everything. So I'm going to text to get a ticket and go do it again. But yeah, Florida don't mess around now with speeding. It's pretty scary actually, because I'll accidentally go over 50 sometimes. I'll just be like chilling on a back road, boom, you know. I started Forex with $10 and grown it to 82. Look at that, bro. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. Head to those links that I shared with you. Join my school group. Let me see if there's anybody joining right now. They're probably my guy on. He's probably accepting people. But if you come, I'll accept you right now. Otherwise, I can't because I have to avoid a bunch of scammers coming in. So, all right, where is He-Man? I'm right here, buddy. Sorry, Forex. All right, guys. God bless. Have an amazing rest of the day. Most likely not going to... look at that. We got out of that bad trade. Most likely not going to go live at 3:15 unless something magical happens. At the worst case scenario, if I'm awake because I need to take a nap, I'll put the trade idea in Voxer so you'll get it straight to your phone. And you can do that at solomantrading.com. You can get trade ideas sent to your phone. And that is it. All right, guys. God bless. Have an amazing rest of the weekday, rather. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Take care. Back it out. Peace.